Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. The final game of day number 3, the Little League Softball Southwest Regional. Who wants to go to the championship game? The winner here will do exactly that. We've got the All-Stars from Tulsa National Little League representing Oklahoma, and from mighty East Bank, the All-Stars from Louisiana. Winner here goes to the championship. We'll play that Wednesday, 12:45 local, 1:45 Eastern on ESPN. And the loser of this game still alive. They'll take on Texas West tomorrow for a trip to the championship match. With Nicole Mendez, I'm Lo Galindo. Thank you so much for joining us in Waco, Texas. Looking forward to this matchup. Once again, we get to see Oklahoma, the team that won it all a season ago. Most of those girls are back, including Harmony White. And she picked up where she left off in game number 1, another dominant performance.
Oh, Harmony White, let's talk about her. 9 strikeouts in her outing. She hasn't slowed down one bit. She has been dominant. What makes her so good is she can go to all 4 corners of the zone. And not only that, she knows how to slam the door. She had a strikeout every single inning except for one to finish it off. She's dominant, and she's got the moves, too.
She also has an outstanding bat. We will see her anchoring the middle of this lineup for Oklahoma. Then you have Louisiana. You say East Bank Little League, and you think of power programs, baseball-wise, softball-wise, and this group of girls looks like one of the teams to beat as well. They were awfully impressive in their opener when they had the run rule win over New Mexico.
It was the bats that really got going and kept them in the game. The thing that I think about them is they are aggressive, whether it's at the plate with their swinging or with their base running. They love to take extra bases. They have 6 stolen bases in just one game. They go after it. And then in the circle, they're led by White. She has done such a great job for that team, just working to feed her defense. She doesn't try to complicate it, makes it simple. That's how the game should be.
Keep it simple, have some fun, and we can see Tulsa has the inflatable guitars out. A new prop, haven't seen that one quite yet. We saw from Texas West the corn on the dugout rails right there. Now we're switching it up. Continuous batting lineup there for Oklahoma. All teams bat every player on the roster. Oklahoma with an 11-person lineup. Briley Thomas, one of the newcomers for this Tulsa National squad, leads off, and that is why you wear armor on that lead elbow. An opening hit by pitch. The pitcher is Adriana White. She was in the circle against New Mexico. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits allowed, and 5 innings of work. And her nickname's Tootie. Here's Tatum Frisbee. As dangerous of an athlete as you will find in this Southwest Regional. The biggest name to this point has been Avery Cox from Greater Helotes Little League with 3 home runs to her credit. Tatum Frisbee certainly has the juice to go yard as well. Future 911 dispatcher. Her dad, one of the assistant coaches, Nathan Frisbee, also a varsity high school baseball coach in the state of Oklahoma. That is lifted right side and just missing it into the glove of McKinley Klein for the first out.
One thing that you expect to see from Louisiana, they're a team that knows how to practice hard. The whole goal is they want to get back here to this position that they're in, the possibility of getting to the Little League World Series. So if you can make practice harder than the game, it's going to be easy in situations like this.
Late throw to second base. Briley Thomas swipes the bag after that throw in the dirt. This is Pinky, Riley Whited. And she packs a pop. But this one is down in front of Caroline Chrysler, bobbles around. And Pinky is aboard, first and third with 1 out. Yeah, she just shrugs it off. Didn't get all of it, but she's on first base and gets some gummy from assistant coach Nathan Frisbee.
Gotta get those gummies, come on now. He was saying that he plays golf regularly with a bunch of guys, and I said, you're the gummy guy. It's like, we don't know each other from softball or anything. It's just a random group that gets together. They go, you're the gummy guy. We're going to be watching you on TV. So this is a shout out to those golf guys that he goes with.
And wants to work through those gummy worms as quickly as he can. More runners, the better. Here is Hina Leila Arias. Her dad is the manager of this Tulsa national squad, coaching third base, Jonathan Arias. Hina had an epic 9-pitch at-bat yesterday and capped it with a double to right center field. These girls can hit out of Oklahoma. There's Jonathan. Started coaching his daughter, Hina Leila, when she was 2 years old. So this journey is many years into the works for the girls on both of these squads.
I love how familiar both of these teams are with their teammates. They've been playing together for several years, like you said, very familiar.
Here's the 2-2 from Adriana White. That's down, and it's a full count.
White trying to get the chase, but Arias not going after it. That's something Oklahoma as an offense, they're very good at, is discipline. They're not going to chase after balls out of the zone. They'll draw out walks and at-bats.
And that is the 28th walk that Oklahoma has drawn here in Waco since they showed up last year. So this is game number 7 for them in Waco since last season. 28 walks. To your point, this is the most disciplined offensive team in this regional. Bases are loaded for the catcher, Palmer Minor, trying to do some damage and get Oklahoma on the board.
Well, it's that patience that puts him in positions. You have a hit by pitch, you have a fly ball kind of in no man's land, and then a walk, and that loads up the bases all without a solid hit. So Oklahoma, they often find themselves in a position where if they can get one hit, they already have base runners on. So they're not looking for 10, 12, 11 hits in a game. They're just looking for a few because they know we're going to have base runners on.
And a year ago, Palmer Minor was one of the big bats in the heart of the lineup for Tulsa National Little League. Drove in 4 of Oklahoma's 13 runs last season. This is where Oklahoma has shown the biggest growth from last year. Doing this, finding barrels, and under the glove of Bienvenu, that rolls nearly to the warning track. Another run comes around to score, and a clutch knock from Palmer Minor, delivering again.
Palmer Minor set herself up in a great hitter's count and goes after an elevated pitch up in the zone. It was left a little bit too much plate, and she says, thank you, please. She hits it so hard that not only does it get past the infield, but it gets past the center fielder. It's absolutely shot out there.
A 3-run double for Palmer Minor, and it's a 3-0 lead for Oklahoma, looking every bit like the team to beat here in the Southwest Regional. Harmony White, the pitcher. It was a team in Oklahoma that did not hit well at all in this regional last season, doing most of their damage with the patience, drawing walks. In fact, hit under 200. But they have shown tremendous growth and at-bats like we just saw from Palmer Minor. That's the difference a year will make.
Batting average looking much better. 316 so far going into this game.
That will work, will it not?
That'll do. Honestly, as long as you score one more than the other team, that will work.
And they found ways a year ago. And Harmony White trying to find a way, and she does, all the way to the fence in center field. Minor will score easily. Harmony White, stand up, double, and showing the moves.
Like I said, I love Harmony White's passion. She clobbers this one left over the middle, and she says, thank you, I'm gonna send it back. Center field's a lot of action going on right now. Not only that, but watch this celebration. Whenever she gets to second, she's fired up and looks directly to her team in the dugout. She says, let's go.
She was showing off all the moves and all the emotion in the circle yesterday in an emotionally charged game in a win against Texas West. All-stars from Greater Helotes Little League. And there's Cameron Helton, and she sends a nuke out to left center field. Helton can certainly scoot. She's got two, drives in a run, another stand-up double, back-to-back-to-back doubles for Tulsa National.
Cameron Helton, big sister Cheney cheering her on. I feel like Oklahoma in the first few pitches have been so aggressive. It doesn't matter if the ball is low in the zone or high in the zone. They've been going after it.
And look at the jump Helton got. As soon as she saw that ball hit dirt, she was gone to third base. You mentioned Big Sis, plays softball for Patty Gasso and the Oklahoma Sooners. It was on hand when Helton was one of the youngest players in this field a year ago and is on hand yet again. Here's Brecken Boyle. This is lifted. Are we talking about another double? Yes! Extra bases for Brecken Boyle, and it's now 4 straight doubles, all driving in runs for Tulsa National Little League.
Oklahoma just continuing to be aggressive early in the count. Good things happen whenever you swing hard and you're on time. From even the opposite side, the lefty is able to go oppo, send this low and away, deep out, almost hits the IHOP sign in the air. But just the aggressiveness. I think Oklahoma left last year going, man, there's a taste in my mouth. They ended up getting third at the Little League World Series. They said, we're not happy with third. We want to win the whole thing. And that starts here at the regional. How you play here is how you're going to play there.
Jonathan Arias, the manager for Tulsa National, told us before last season's tournament run, they were just coming here to Waco, hopefully to make some noise, to set up a run for this season. Well, they ended up winning the Southwest Regional, going to Greenville, and they are clearly looking like a juggernaut 1 year later. Bella Hood is the batter, so visit to Adriana White in the circle. Trying to settle down and miss some barrels. 4 straight doubles for an Oklahoma team that had 3 doubles in the Southwest Regional last season.
Well, I love the fact that Louisiana and Scott O'Brien calls time to give his pitcher a moment to catch her breath, because as a pitcher, whenever you get those doubles back to back to back early on in counts, feels like you can't catch your breath. Being able to give her that moment to say, okay, I know the last 5 pitches have been hit pretty early. Let's reset and let's focus on those corners.
That was the manager for East Bank Little League, Scott O'Brien. He is a local varsity high school softball coach around Kenner, Louisiana, outskirts of New Orleans. And that is a walk to Bella Hood, and will bring up Jaylee Littlejohn. So all of this is still just 1 out here in the top of the first inning.
Oklahoma just passing the bat back to back to back to back. And I love it because it's so easy when the bats are going to say, man, I want to get in on the action. I want to hit my double too. But to know that if the ball's not there, don't swing, be patient. So drawing that walk to me is a sign of a disciplined hitter.
Tough strike call there, 0-2, but that's one that White needs. Started in the circle against New Mexico in the opener for Louisiana, went 5 innings, 2 hits, 8 strikeouts, just 1 walk. And that is ripped to second base. Chrysler to Donnellan, and there's 2 down. That does move up Brecken Boyle from second to third, as this means that every player in the Oklahoma lineup will have come up for a plate appearance as we hit the number 11 player in the lineup, Macy Metcalf. First pitch in there for a strike from White.
How about that for a statement from Oklahoma? First time up, get the whole lineup in. One of the things that we've noticed is they seem to love to play softball. They just want to be the best that they can be.
Here's a 1-2. White trying to get out of it. Limit the damage off the bats for the Oklahoma All-Stars. And that is a foul ball. Winner here advances to the championship game. And that is a called third strike that ends the inning. But 4 straight doubles leads to 6 on the board for Tulsa National Little League in the top of the first. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. With Nicole Mendez, I'm Lowell Galindo. Here are the East Bank Little League All-Stars for the New Orleans area, Kenner, Louisiana. 12 players on the roster. All 12 will bat in the continuous batting order. Michaela Bienvenu will lead off, starting shortstop for East Bank. And it's a challenge because you were going up against Harmony White. And we saw her with one of the doubles that Oklahoma hit in the top of the first. And she's very good at keeping other teams from not getting anything in play.
Yeah, she's an aggressive pitcher that likes to go at these hitters. Loves to attack early in the count. She throws pretty hard, too. She throws around 60 miles an hour from 40 feet. Here at Little League, you throw from 40. She's able to throw rise ball and screw ball. Has a changeup that she'll throw every once in a while, but it's really that rise and screw. She likes to rely on those two movements.
Proud East Bank Little League program that had lost to Sterlington Little League in the Louisiana State Championship in the previous 2 years. Finally got over that hump this season, and Scott O'Brien has East Bank back in the Southwest Regional. Won it all here in 2019 before finishing as runners-up in the Little League Softball World Series. That was a banner year for East Bank Little League as the boys won the Little League Baseball World Series that season as well. The towel is in the back pocket of Bienvenu. Got to make sure the details are taken care of.
Oh, yeah.
What was your superstition? Uh-oh. This is going to be a good one, isn't it?
It's always so funny because in your head as a player, you're like, this changes the game. I have to do it. But now looking back, I'm like, did it really? I braided my hair. I had to have at least one braid in my hair my entire college career. So I played 5 years. Every single game that I played at Oklahoma, I always had a braid.
So what qualifies like as one braid? Is it one strand of hair that's braided, or just as long?
It could be a small strand. It could be my entire ponytail.
Okay.
I could have French braids.
Yeah.
Just there had to be a braid in my hair. I got my very first hit, and up until that point, I had not put a braid in my hair. Got my very first hit at OU with a braid, and I said, okay, it's in.
Got to keep it that way. Bienvenue, and to the glove of Riley Whited. Now, did you ever have a correlation between the amount of braids and the amount of success or hits that you had in the game?
No, I didn't toy with the recipe too much.
So superstitious, but not that superstitious.
A little stitious.
That's pretty good. That's another dad joke, by the way. I'm proud of you, Nicole.
Lowell and I, we're getting our jokes in.
Whether you like it or not.
Adriana White getting her cut in. First pitch, swinging hard. It's that screwball from Harmony White that she is going after. It's tight in on the hands, just misses.
The vocal leader of this team, Adriana White.
Carries a big bat as well.
Hit one out in the state semifinal game for East Bank. Vince is about 200 feet away, which is very daunting for most hitters, unless you are Avery Cox, the Great Helotes. And then it's not that challenging. She has 3 home runs, the only 3 home runs in the Southwest Regional this year.
They're going to say White went ahead and swung, did a check swing on that one, so comes to 1-2.
And down on strikes. Harmony White fired up. Strikeout number 1.
Well, if you're Louisiana, you know that once you get those runners on, it's a sprint from there, quite literally. I mentioned 6 stolen bases in one game. Not only the stolen bases, but they love to run. So right now, they're just trying to find a way to get themselves on that base path. Create some havoc.
Certainly did that against New Mexico. First pitch swinging is Morgan Benally and handled by Frisbee at third base. 3 up, 3 down for Harmony White. We go to the top of the second, and Oklahoma with a 6-0 lead. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Oklahoma with plenty of reasons to celebrate in their dugout. How about 4 straight doubles, all driving in runs? That would cause me to go crazy in the dugout if I saw my teammates doing that. So, Nicole, this is what Oklahoma did offensively in the first inning alone.
Yeah, I'll see your 4 doubles and raise you 6 runs. Oklahoma patient at the plate, drew a couple of walks, had a hit by pitch, but being able to get those base runners on, that is what kick-started it. And they quite literally didn't stop until they reached the back of the lineup.
Yeah, everybody got to hit. That will keep your lineup happy when everybody gets up every inning.
I will say, after that last timeout, Adriana White just got a chance to collect her breath. It felt like everything happened within a 3-minute span, those 4 doubles. It was so quick early in counts. Coach came out, talked to her. O'Brien was able to slow her down, and after that, she settled in, was able to get out of that inning without any more runs coming across the board.
0-2 to Briley Thomas, nicknamed Prime. Favorite athlete is Bo Jackson, and she has a gorgeous swing from the left side.
One thing that I love, too, about hitters is you always have your personal flair, a little bit of touch. Whenever she loads, you can see that front toe, almost pendulum swinging around, touches down.
And turning and trying to burn on this one, but does not catch barrel as Caroline Chrysler makes the play, 1 down. Did you have any swing mechanisms that didn't serve any purpose other than looking cool?
I don't know if it looked cool, but it didn't do anything. I double tapped with my front foot. TR Jennings also double taps.
Well, that is straight to the glove of Bienvenu and retires Tatum Frisbee. So the double tap, that wasn't like a timing deal or anything, just something you did?
I just kind of liked it. I don't know. I stuck with it, had 1 tap, and then decided to go to 2. White already so much more efficient this inning. Keeping those balls on those corners with a team like Oklahoma, whenever you leave it over the plate, they just hit the ball so hard.
First pitch in there for a strike to Riley Whited. CrossFit, wrestling, shot put among the interests of Pinky Whited.
Hey, Pinky is a girl that I'm going to need in my corner whenever I need to go work out. Hey, Pinky, you want to go work out? Hey, Pinky, you want to go here? Get you in shape. That's something that the team did that they didn't do last year. A lot of them actually work out together. They go all in the same school district, save one. So they see each other all the time. They play travel ball, they play school ball, and they play Little League together.
It's pretty cool. They get to play middle school softball in Oklahoma. So since all these girls are going to go to high school together, they're in the same district, they actually get to see each other almost every day when they're at middle school softball practice. And that's why it's good to be strong. That is laced by Riley Pinky Whited. And that is double number 5 for Tulsa National Little League. And look at the Sullies.
Should I call that one the tornado move? It's moving around. Pinky does such a good job getting her hands inside the ball, but also keeping it fair. She keeps that hand all the way through extension before she finishes her swing. That allows that to stay fair, doesn't curve over.
Second hit, but that's the one that she's kind of like a little bit more. The first one was certainly not a barrel, but it's sometimes those plays where you get on, you get a hit, gets your confidence up, and then can grip and rip like that. Batter now, Hannah Layla Arias. Walked her first time up. Loves sushi. How's the sushi in Oklahoma?
First time I ever had sushi was in Oklahoma, so
okay.
Can't say it's too bad. Made me a fan.
Foul territory. And it breaks back towards the field at the last moment.
And one thing to note, too, is it's midday here, so that sun directly overhead. Area, she hits the ball hard, so whenever you fly that ball straight up in the air, you have that sun in your eyes. Oklahoma always a tough out. They're going to make White work for it. After 2 quick outs, they have just shown how tough they are. They've been a 2-out hitting team. 37 pitches for White in that first inning.
And this is hit well, but in the air to right field. McKinley Klein makes the catch for the third out. Another double, but they could not add runs, and the lead stays at 6 for Oklahoma. Well, just behind us is the Baylor Equestrian Center. So if you're interested in riding horses, you can go over there. I'm sure you need to ask permission before you just mount a horse and take off going, but the point being, it's over there.
You mean I can't go walk over and hit a cancer?
Maybe. You did play at OU, so I don't know if Baylor folks take kindly to the Sooners, but there's only one way to find out. Nicole Mendez, Loa Galindo, and this is what is at stake. Winner to the championship game. Loser still alive. They will play Texas West Tuesday on ESPN, with a winner there going to the championship game. Marissa Schubert. She is 2 for 2 with a couple of RBIs and a double for East Bank. She put up those numbers and that 10-0 win against New Mexico.
Probably one of the hottest bats. She got moved up from 5 to 4. Wanted to get some more production because that top half of the lineup typically so good at getting on base. They didn't want to waste that bat. They wanted all the base runners they could get.
The 1-1 from Harmony White to center field and back and gone. Red hot. Marissa Schubert leaves the yard quickly.
You're just talking about the bat that she has, the powers that she has at the plate. She made that swing look so easy and smooth. Doesn't try to overswing, doesn't try to overcomplicate. Her timing is right on point and takes this pitch dead center, well over the fence. I mean, she knew right away. Forget taking the horses for a trot. She's trotting herself around the bases on that one.
That was a bomb by Marissa Schubert, who is now 3 for 3 with a double, a home run, and 3 driven in since showing up here in Waco, Texas. Giddy up. Amelia Donnellan now the hitter for the East Bank Little League All-Stars, and that's the spark this group was looking for.
Have a lot of game left. So if you're Louisiana, you're not trying to say, I'm getting 6 swings in 1 inning or 6 runs in 1 inning. But you have time to chip away at that lead. So your pitcher in the circle doing what needs to be done, getting you back in, and then your offense just sticking to what works. Obviously, Louisiana has that run power, 10 runs in their opener.
And they're up on the dugout fence. They are locked into this one. Something we do not see very often against Harmony White, one of the best pitchers, period. She was a dominant force at the Little League Softball World Series last year in Greenville, North Carolina. So I don't think there's such a thing as a gimme home run, but that's about as complete opposite as you can get, as tough as it is against White. She responds back, striking out Donnellan, and now there's one down.
That's one of the reasons why she is so good, is she responds. She responds whenever an offense makes a play or makes a charge or has a couple of runs. She finds a way to get the job done. She's very, very good at getting that third out and closing it with a slam.
Lucy Bro is the hitter.
Sorry about that. Number 3, Lucy Bro.
How do you see the name of the favorite singer?
SZA.
SZA. Okay. Learning something new every day.
She's got some good taste.
To center, and camped under it is Riley Thomas, excuse me, for the first out. Second out.
One thing Oklahoma does is just defensively play behind White very well. I feel like there's been a couple times where we've seen, not just in this game, but other games, ball hit hard, but just right to those defenders.
Here's Caroline Chrysler, known for her baking ability. Apparently, she makes the best chocolate chip cookies on the team and collects pennies, which you can no longer use in most establishments here in the United States of America.
Good thing to collect. There's quite a few girls here at this regional that collect some form of currency. Had a girl collect $2 bills, her and her grandpa. They collect them together.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty special.
Yeah. Pennies are a little easier to come by.
Well, yesterday we had a treat. We had a German Shepherd. Today behind home plate, looks like we have another dog coming to visit. It's a collie, border collie.
Not a dog expert.
Either way, that's a good boy over there.
I believe the German Shepherd that we had on hand the first 2 days was associated with New Mexico. So it's probably on its way back to Carlsbad at the moment. Where's the dog? I don't see a dog.
Oh, he's laying down in the bleachers.
Oh, okay.
He's enjoying the shade.
You went for some advanced scouting, did you not?
I am the analyst.
Here's the 2-2 to Chrysler. Oh, okay, I see the dog now.
Oh, look at that good boy.
Yeah. That pup knows the camera's on.
Smiling.
Best in show.
Harmony White making 2 quick outs, looking to make a third. She gets it, the strikeout out of the inning, so only 1 run to go. Cutting down that lead, but Harmony White just dealing with those strikeouts.
flashback to some Oklahoma goodness. This is Goose Hutchins here in Waco in the 2021 Southwest Regional. Hit a 3-run bomb for Greene County Country. They go on to win the Southwest and then go to the Little League Softball World Series and keep on winning. And Goose kept hitting bombs. Now Goose Hutchins has grown up a little bit and is reclassified so she can join Patty Gasso and the Oklahoma Sooners a year early. So we'll be with the Sooners this season.
Boomer Sooner Goose.
Yes. And one of her future teammates is on hand, and Cheney Helton, Oklahoma outfielder, and watching her little sister Cameron Helton play for this Tulsa National All-Star squad.
Yeah, one of the fun things, I got to talk with Cheney. We were talking OU off season, all of that. Her and Goose are actually best friends. So she is so excited that Goose is gonna come join her. She's out here obviously supporting her sister, and she said whenever Goose started playing in Little League, she was like, I never knew of anybody playing in Little League. But now her sister playing it, she's like, it is so much fun to follow. She got to come out last year. She said this year for me was a no-brainer. It's so much fun to watch my little sister play at this level, and she just loves it.
And dance.
She
her
loves
little
it.
sister is a baller, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
She
saw
was
that double.
The youngest here in Waco a year ago, and you would never know it by the way she played, the poise she had. It's good to have a big sis show you how to do it, like Cheney.
She knows what she's doing. It's a fun tie-in to be able to say, back in the day,
Yeah.
Goose also played. Sure, that's somebody that Cameron
Minor,
looks up to.
her second barrel. Will this be her second double? And it will. Palmer Minor was the girl that started off the 4 straight double fest in the first inning. Her second time up, she gets another, and that's how you set the tone.
Well, it seems like the middle part of this lineup for Oklahoma, they do not like to waste pitches or swings. Goes after it right away.
And there for a strike on Harmony White. Also had a double and drove in a run. Back in the first inning when Oklahoma put up that 6th spot. Uh-oh. Blasted. Fair ball. How about another double? How about another RBI for Harmony White?
Have a day. Just like that, Oklahoma regains that run that Louisiana got from them last inning. Just sends this one deep down the line into left field. Nobody near that. She's making a good case for herself. Hey, I'm gonna do my job in the circle, but whenever I come up to hit, I'm gonna make sure that I get my licks there too.
Now you know what Cameron Helton is thinking. If Palmer and Harmony followed up their doubles with another double. Oh no! I gotta do the same thing, and she almost did. That ball was laced to left field. What a layout by Elodie Kreitzer. Cameron Helton does not mind taking a huge hack.
Big sis locked in right now saying, you got it. I mean, beautiful swing on that inside half, but keep an eye out for Kreitzer there in left field. She was close.
And this one gets under it, and it's into the mitt of Mila Ridley at third base.
Really good adjustment there by White. Whenever a hitter takes one and rips it hard down the line, if you're gonna go back to that same spot, you wanna make sure they're not able to get those hands extended like she did before. Goes a little bit tighter, gets a pop-up.
Working in here to Brecken Boyle. How do you know 100 digits of pi? I know one. It's 3, correct? Isn't that the first one?
All I know is what pie tastes like.
That's all you need to know. And that finds some vacancy out left field. And Brecken Boyle is on with her second hit.
Just the location that it dropped in. Harmony White just chooses to stay at second base. All those fielders facing her could have thrown her out at third, so I think that was a smart base running decision as well.
9 hits now for Oklahoma, the most by a team in the Southwest Regional in the last 2 years. Everybody has taken great swings for a team that has been known to work the count a little bit more, but you've mentioned it, Nicole. They seem like early in counts, if they see a pitch they could do some damage with, they're not afraid to pull the trigger. Bella Hood down in right field. More runs for Oklahoma. And another double as Bella Hood drives in one, stands on second, and that is double number 7. Again, double number 7 for the Oklahoma Bats.
Oklahoma Bats are just finding those lines in left field, and this time in right field, sends it all the way down the farthest part of the field. Harmony White easily able to score from second.
Jaylee Littlejohn trying to keep things rolling. Grounded out her first time. Not like me, in that her favorite subject is math. That would be probably at the bottom of my list. One of the girls, I believe from New Mexico, put down her favorite subject as lunch, and that spoke to my heart. 2-0 to Littlejohn. That's a strike.
Nice pitch from White, locating it low and in. Location we haven't seen from her too much.
Hit hard up the middle, the layout, and what a grab by Bienvenu. And that saves an additional run from scoring after Brecken Boyle. What a play, flashing the leather here.
I mean, just laying out all the way. Steps 1 or 2 steps up the middle. We've seen a lot of balls go that way, and that is what it takes to be a shortstop. You're reading where the balls are going, you're making the adjustment, and you're able to make phenomenal plays like that. Just leaves her feet. Like you said, that saves a run for her team.
So Boyle was able to score. Bella Hood would have scored if not for that fantastic play by Bienvenu.
Looked like on that swing, Littlejohn just stepped on the bag a little funny, took another second to walk it off, but she's gonna stay in the game.
Macy Metcalf, one of a handful of girls on this team that wrestles competitively, as the district that these girls are in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, has offered wrestling, and it was Brecken Boyle that really got her teammates interested into taking up wrestling. So now this lineup of tremendous athletes are now competitive wrestlers as well.
This is a group that they do everything together. I mean, you see 4 girls here on this Little League team.
And that is a tough one that takes a bounce foul, so the at-bat continues.
Good read by Donnellan. It looked like there was a little bit of confusion. Who has it? I don't know. But whenever you see that ball bounce and start to roll foul, don't touch it. Let it roll foul. Let's reset and get another chance to get her out.
The 1-2 to Macy Metcalf. That's up, and a nice catch by Schubert to save a run. Nathan Frisbee, assistant coach, calls Macy Metcalf the most improved player on this Tulsa National Little League squad. That's in, and it's a full count. Her manager, Jonathan Arias, says that Macy has a little dog in her. And there is the dog, barreled to center field. Bro makes the catch. And runner at third will stay put, keeping it at 9-1. Good break there by Lucy Bro in center field.
Starting to see those defensive players make those adjustments, getting around, putting themselves where the balls have been hit.
Riley Thomas picks up that front foot, slowly rolls it into position, sets it down, and then channels that Mamba mentality and rips. Ooh. Obviously well coached by Nicole.
I have not seen her since 2021. That was whenever I moved from Oklahoma, but I used to give her lessons. So being able to get the text from her dad saying, she's so excited to see you. I got to run down after their game yesterday, say hi. And she's taller than me now, so I was happy, but not that happy.
Could you tell at that age that there was something special with Briley?
I don't say this lightly, and I don't say it often. I hardly ever meet anybody that loves to play and loves to practice as much as she does. She lives for softball. I was talking to her mom, and mom was saying, I was asking, how do you like Little League? This is her first year. All her friends played last year, and they said, you got to play this year. So she said, okay.
And Tulsa National happy to have her. That's a fly out to center field. But the Bats of Oklahoma come up with a handful more of those doubles and drive in a few more, and it's 9-1. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. The All-Stars from Tulsa National Little League are steamrolling to the Southwest Regional Championship game. A win here against Louisiana will seal their spot in that final game, and a win in that game would send them to Greenville for the second straight year. Little League Softball World Series. And with this sizable lead, Jonathan Arias decides to make a change in the circle, give Harmony White a little bit of a break, and Macy Metcalf, 13 years old at 5'3", comes into the circle to show what she's got in her right arm. She's facing Gabriela Alvendia to start things off here in the bottom of the third inning.
Metcalf, she'll throw her fastball in about 57 miles an hour. And then her changeup loves to work that speed difference. It'll be in the low 40s. She also has a curveball that she's able to use too.
Now batting number 22, Gabby Alvendia.
Gabriela Alvendia, teammates call her G Money. And trying to cash in here. And that is put in play. Oh, gosh. What an arm, though, by Tatum Frisbee. We saw this cannon of an arm on display all of last year. She almost made that play on Alvin Dia.
Like you said, she almost made that play. As soon as that ball was hit, immediately she had to go and chase. She actually goes and catches that on the run, trying to get her over at first. We got to see on that swing, that changeup, and how much of a speed difference you're going to see, almost 10 miles an hour.
Alvin Dia comes up with her first knock here in the Southwest Regional. That sets up McKinley Klein. So now with the runner on, for the first time, see how aggressive Louisiana wants to be. They had 6 stolen bases in their 10-0 run rule win against New Mexico on Saturday. They do have 1 run. That was the solo shot by Marissa Schubert to straightaway center field. And here is Frisbee to second, to first. Not quite in time, as Helton almost turned it there at second base.
It's a nice snag by Frisbee over at third. She was cheated up a couple steps, so those reflexes having to work overtime. But getting the lead out, so important. Whenever Louisiana, they're trying to make a charge and come back.
And there's that off speed to Mila Ridley. Yeah, Frisbee is a fun watch over on third base. The arm is real. And this is hit up the middle. Wide, flips to Helton. Excuse me, defensive change at second base. So that's not Helton.
Looks like that's Arias. It just gets past her on that throw. So everybody is safe and aboard, and Louisiana trying to gain some momentum.
Sets up Riley Blanford.
Now batting number 4, Riley Blanford.
Right now, Louisiana doing what they do best. They make the defense work, they put pressure, they utilize the speed that they have on the bases as well.
And a strike called. One to Blanford. The runner is off for third base, and the tag is made in time. Frisbee gets her out trying to steal third. So there's the answer. They want it to be aggressive, but the throw on the money from Minor. Frisbee has to go back to the bag to make that tag.
Frisbee, I mentioned she was playing up a little bit, so that's a far run for her to make. She wasn't even there yet whenever she caught the ball. Like you said, had to take a couple steps back to get the tag. Good heads up behind the plate by Pinky.
Oh, so now it is Whited behind the plate. So we have all sorts of defensive substitutions for Oklahoma. That gets away from Whited.
Right now, Louisiana runners in scoring position, 3-2. Just trying to keep this inning alive, pass the bat along.
And that is a 2-out walk. It's going to bring up Elodie Kreitzer.
Kreitzer, we're seeing lefty, lefty, lefty. Might not see the home runs that you'll find early in that lineup, but what you will see is really good placement by slappers.
And there's the slap right side, perfect spot. The throw home, And we've got confusion on the bases as the runner retreated and the throw from righted was on the spot. Frisbee applied the tag for the third out. So the aggressiveness on the bases leads to confusion, and it's a 9-1 lead for Oklahoma. So get this, 5 combined doubles in the first 5 games in this year's Southwest Regional. Today in this game alone, Oklahoma has 7.
And 6 of those have come from different hitters in this lineup. The bats have been on fire, one hopping to the fence. They have been powerful, packing a punch. Made it easy for Harmony White to start off the day.
Now she just gets to sit on the bucket and chill because Macy Metcalf replaced her in the circle after they had a sizable lead and trying to add to it here. This is Tatum Frisbee, new pitcher in the circle for Louisiana. It's Amelia Donnellan. Gets Frisbee out in front there.
And just getting a different look. White, as good of a pitcher as she is, it is obvious that Oklahoma has been on top of their game. So whenever you have that happening, you want to get another arm in there, maybe a different look, different spin. So they go with the lefty. Donnellan, she throws around 57, 58 miles an hour. She just gets the job done. She's not going to be a big strikeout pitcher, but just because of the angles that she's throwing from, gets a lot of ground balls.
And it's a 2-2 count to Tatum Frisbee. We saw the excellent defense over at third. Tatum is a 2-time Major League Baseball pinch hit and run champion. She's been a finalist for that 4 different times, and that is straight filth from Donnellan. It's tough to make Frisbee look like that.
Well, I said she wasn't too often a strikeout pitcher. She proves me wrong with the off speed. Gets to chase up and out of the zone.
That's going to bring up Riley Whited, who's 2 for 2. She had a squib single first time up. Absolute smoked a double to left field her second time up.
Well, her special talent is fishing. Right now, she's not fishing after anything, waiting for her pitch.
Running it inside, no offer, 2-0.
To say I got the chance to talk with both teams before the game, some of the girls. Pinky, one of my favorites, cracking jokes, smiling. She's just loose, having fun with her team.
That is away from Marissa Schubert at catcher. And it's 3-1, 1 out, nobody on for Amelia Donnellan.
Finds herself in a great hitter's count.
And just out front. Jonathan Arias had to get out of the way of that in a hurry.
Coach, let's see the moves. Almost had to pull out the Michael Jackson up on the tippy toes. Always makes me laugh.
So Whited on first base now. Oh, so we got the illegal pitch call. And so that advances Whited to first base, because I had no idea how she ended up there.
With the 3-2 count, you have the illegal pitch, you get that ball 4, so that's why. It's because of the walk.
Hannah Layla Arias, slow roller to third base, and it squirts away from the first baseman. Tough play as Whited moves up to third.
Good heads-up base running by Whited, noticing whenever that ball gets past, yeah, I'm going to take that extra 60. But the force for Louisiana, get a ball on the ground, force is still in effect here.
But you have to try to work past Palmer Minor, who is locked in. 2 for 2. A couple of doubles.
2 for 2, 2 doubles. Doubles are 2. She likes that number.
She likes teriyaki chicken as well. I think she's earned some of that teriyaki with this kind of performance.
A little post-game teriyaki, absolutely.
Oklahoma's going to earn a second day off here in Waco. They get this win. Hot shot to shortstop. A throw to second and a good stretch for the second out. Whited comes around to score. It's 10-1 Oklahoma. So if Oklahoma wins this, they're straight into the championship game. They didn't play in day number 1, so they would have tomorrow off as well. Loser will play Texas West, the All-Stars from Greater Helotes Little League, with the winner of that advancing to the championship game.
Get not only that day off, but you look at the pitchers that have thrown. Adriana White, we've seen her couple innings go today. And of course, Avery Cox has thrown every single inning. So the fact that you get a fresh Harmony White, who now coming up to hit, trying to continue helping out herself and her team. But that's a huge advantage for Oklahoma.
Absolutely. Popped up. And Bienvenu makes the catch in shallow center field. To the bottom of the fourth we go, 10-1, Oklahoma. Want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. Oklahoma All-Stars, most of these girls from the Broken Arrow area of Tulsa, play their Little League ball in Tulsa National. And Louisiana, Kenner is the outskirts of New Orleans. That's where you'll find East Bank Little League, one of the powers in this Southwest region. Top of the lineup for East Bank, Michaela Bienvenu will lead off. Macy Metcalf back in the circle and pulling the string for strike number 1.
Louisiana trying to get some momentum going last inning. They got some runners on base, and it was the aggressiveness that kind of cost them. Got a runner thrown out stealing, and then a runner trying to take home on a slap. That's how they got out of the inning.
The chants, the claps, the cheers continue, as they should. And this one is in foul territory and in and out of the glove of Hood at first.
Again, pointing out it's the middle of the day. Not only is it hot here in Waco, Texas, and that's putting it lightly, it's also sunny, that sun directly overhead. So you get those high fly balls. You have to do a good job of tracking it all the way into the glove.
Seems like those pops in foul territory on both the first and third base side have been problematic, as Whited makes the throw down to get Bienvenu on the drop third strike for the first out.
Metcalf says, no worries, I'll get the strikeout on this one. No pop-up needed.
I got you back.
Goes to the off speed as well.
Adriana White now the hitter. Metcalf checks the wristband and delivers. Oh, gotta wait on that to get to the bat.
Again, it's a 10-mile-an-hour difference. She'll throw her fastball around 57, 58, then her changeup in the low 40s. Goes back to back. I love it.
Adriana White cannot speak any other languages other than English, according to her questionnaire, but she did point out she can act like she's from Great Britain.
Wonder what that means.
I think that's saying schedule instead of schedule to begin with. And beyond that, I'm not sure.
It's probably some crumpets and bruv in there.
Little tea. Well, 4 different players from this Louisiana team did say their walk-up song is Wonderwall from maybe the greatest band of all time, Oasis. So that's your Great Britain connection. Wow. Tough to sit back on that from Macy Metcalf, and White is down swinging.
3 of the strikes in this at-bat were changeups. This one just floats in. White does her best to keep those hands back, but just not able to wait in time. I love the mix and the spread that Metcalf is showing.
Morgan Manali stands in, AKA Cheese. First pitch is low.
Had a long fly ball, her first at bat. Gonna flatten it out this go round.
Morgan's older sister Maddie played for East Bank. She was on the team the last 2 years and was a state runner-up both years to Sterlington Little League. It was little sis Morgan that got the revenge. They beat Sterlington in the state championship this season to get here to Waco.
He said it was a couple years coming, hard fought. That was one of the goals that the team had, is just get back to this regional. So familiar with it in years past, but they've been missing it.
Showing some range is Arias. She makes the play for the third out. 3 up, 3 down. Macy Metcalf as we are through 4. 10-1 Oklahoma.
Welcome to the Little League Softball World Series.
This is as big as the event has ever been.
12 strikeouts tonight.
Find the glove!
It is out of here! The competition has definitely elevated. The best is yet to come.
Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. A couple days away from sending a team here from Waco to Greenville, North Carolina for the Little League Softball World Series. I'm Bo Galindo, hanging out with the former national champ from OU, Nicole Mendez. Here to tell you that professional softball is returning to Greenville, North Carolina for the 2026 AUSL Pro Game, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Set to take place on Wednesday, August 5th. Learn more at littleleague.org/athletesunlimited.
Tell you what, I've been watching a lot of that pro softball this summer. It has been so fun, especially these last few games have been nail biters to see who's going to make it to the Champ Series final. Kind of like here in this regional, we've been slowly getting to that point of finding out what is the team, and right now we're in the championship or winners bracket final to see winner of this game goes to the championship, and right now Oklahoma handily with the lead.
Scary good, this Oklahoma team. Their manager, Jonathan Arias, played his Little League baseball at North Miami Little League and has so many fantastic memories from that. Still has his Little League hat with all the different pins from all-star competition growing up. Now he watches his daughter, Hannah Layla, star for this Oklahoma team. And here's one of the young stars as well, Cameron Helton. She was one of the youngest players in Waco a year ago, as Tulsa overall was the youngest team, lost their opener to Louisiana, and became only the 4th team in Southwest Regional history to win the region after losing their opening game. It was against Louisiana that they beat in the championship game. Helton played a mean defensive second base, had some clutch knocks as well. And she has a bright future in this game, like her big sister Cheney, who's on hand. Plays for Patty Gasso and the OU Sooners. Swings through that one, and Donelon comes up with a strikeout for the first out.
Seen a couple of strikeouts on both sides on the changeup, just pulls the string, completely fooling these hitters. Catches them way out in front.
Now batting number 13,
Brecken Boyle now stands in. This is the girl that got the rest of her teammates at least thinking about wrestling. She is a national champ on the mat.
I mean, she's Olympic worthy, as we've been told. Oklahoma, as I well know from playing there, it is an intense wrestling state as well. So the type of talent that she's going up against, you saw Olympic junior Olympian. She is elite in 2 different sports. Talk about athletic.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing more fun than getting her teammates involved. Has 3 of her other teammates in it now. Come on, guys. It'd be really fun. Come on.
I think it was Hannah Layla Arias who was like, nah, I don't believe you. I ain't doing that.
They couldn't get the 5th one.
Yeah. Boyle, hard hit to the right side, and Brecken Boyle has another hit. 3 tonight.
Just can't keep her off the bases.
She wants
Only
the
one in
gummy
this
worms.
lineup that's gotten on every single time she's come up. Look at her, she's chewing it right away. She said, thank you, I'll take my 3rd one.
Just the right amount of sugar to help your journey around the bases.
It's hot, you need some candy to help you get through the day.
Now, what do you do on the doubles? Do you drop off the gear at first base and then
I might call
get a
time.
gummy? Yeah.
I gotta calculate that as a base runner. If I call time, maybe hand my batting gloves and be like, oh, hey.
So
Can I get
one
that
thing that we're
candy?
missing up here, we are missing the gummy worms. Bella Hood. Good cut, and it's 1-2.
Nice curveball there from Donalyn, the lefty. Showing a little bit of bend in her pitches.
Amelia Donalyn has done a good job steadying the ship since entering the game for Adriana White.
That's a hard thing to do. As we talked about, this offense, they have been go, go, go. One thing why I think she's so effective is, see runner advance to second, is they have been so aggressive early on in counts. Oklahoma has been going after it. So you get a pitcher that's a little bit slower in velo, likes to use her spin, likes to use her changeup. All of a sudden the pace feels a little different.
Hood is on via the walk, so runners on first and second now with 1 out. Jaylee Littlejohn
Now batting number 15, Jaylee Littlejohn.
drove in a run her last time up.
Right now has the potential to do the same thing. Runner in scoring position on that golden bag.
Taking something off it.
You
Both
could
these
see
pitchers
Littlejohn wanting it.
Brakes. No, 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 no.
One of the hardest pitches, I feel like, as a hitter to adjust to, especially whenever you're thinking, yes, be aggressive, think fast, is that changeup just feels like it slows everything down.
Chop foul. 12 hits. This Tulsa National lineup. It's led to 10 runs and a double fest. 7 doubles in this game alone for Oklahoma. They had that sequence with 4 in a row in the first inning. The 2-2 staying alive. Tough outs, these bats from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Well, all 7 of those came in those first 3 innings, but since Donalyn's come in, really haven't seen much production. I feel like only 1 ball has really been squared up. That's come from Brecken Boyle this inning. Got
These
the
girls
guitar
are
props.
hilarious. Full count. Full count from Amelia Donalyn to Jaylee Littlejohn. And Littlejohn is down on strikes. 2 outs.
Donovan just doing such a good job. 2 strikeouts this inning. Both of them come from that off speed. She's really getting these hitters out in front, getting them to chase after her changeup.
Macy Metcalf gets a piece of that, so it's a foul ball. And this is a significant at-bat because if Oklahoma adds a run, it gets them in run rule territory, which if they threw up a 0 in the bottom half of the 5th, would end the game. So Louisiana trying to limit the damage right here, and that would
give them their last
guarantee that
inning.
they at least get to go to the 6th inning. And that's another opportunity for a comeback, and it's also opportunity for more girls to swing the bat and have ABs. That's why we're here after all. To third base, and the race to the bag is won by Ridley. So there is that third out. We'll make sure we now go to a full 6 innings. 10-1 Oklahoma leads. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Harmony White was the star of the Southwest Regional a year ago. Avery Cox has become that star this season. From Greater Helotes Little League, she's got 3 home runs, all over the fence home runs, 28 strikeouts. And guess what? The loser of this game gets to see Avery Cox and her Greater Helotes Little League teammates tomorrow. Good luck.
Just phenomenal what she has been able to do, just showcasing. Also, those 3 home runs weren't just barely over. They cleared the fence. She's got the power.
That last one was still going up when it went over the fence. It was an absolute smoke show line drive home run.
It hit the batting cages. That tells you how far she hit that one. Well, Texas West, they were the ones that fell to Oklahoma just yesterday. That's why they had to play that first game today. Waiting on the loser of this game for tomorrow.
Here's Schubert. She showed the big stick her last time up with a home run to straightaway center field, reminiscent of what she did at the state tournament for Louisiana when she also hit one to straightaway center field. Coaches felt like that ball went about 235 off the bat.
I feel like that's such a classic favorite movie. Hers, this is Sandlot. I remember watching that with my teammates growing up, just loving that, thinking, man, I want to be like that one day.
One of the greatest movies of all time, regardless of genre.
Has it all.
It does. Here's the 3-1 to Schubert. Frisbee. First out.
This was a dangerous hitter. Metcalf just handling her job and doing what she does best is getting those hitters to chase after those balls up in the zone. Knows she doesn't want to give Schubert anything to hit. Goes in the top half of the zone, gets an easy ground ball.
Here's Amelia Donnellan. Seen her in the circles, done an excellent job there, trying to help the cause. Trying to find a barrel. She does have a power bat for this East Bank lineup. Fitness, a big part of her family, as her mom owns Girl Crush Fitness. Oh, tied her up there, and it's 1-1.
Metcalf giving her a dose of her own with the off speed.
And that's just so tough to stay back and stay through. Yeah, it looks like a same style from both of these pitchers.
Let's say both things that both of these pitchers do so well is they hide the changeup. They're deceptive with their bodies. So all the way through, they're going so hard. You don't know, is this a fastball? Is this their changeup? Nothing in their body gives it away, tips it away, until it's out of the hand.
That was a good example of what you're talking about as Frisbee makes a play for the second out. So if they're not giving away something with their delivery, what are you trying to pick up with that pitch?
That's why tracking the ball all the way into the barrel is so important. Sometimes as hitters, we kind of forget about it. We're thinking about our timing. We're thinking about our mechanics, our swing. Forget, hey, you got to see the ball hit the barrel. And so out of the hand, that's where you start to see that spin. You see where the ball is moving, the angle that it's setting out at. So as a hitter, I'm trying to watch it out of the hand all the way to my barrel.
Do you know what a jelly cat is?
I do, and Bree Ellis collects them for the Utah Talents.
Okay.
One of the best hitters in the league for
So what are
AUSL. So I think that she's in good company. Maybe her and Bree could talk about it.
Like it's a thing.
It's like a squishy stuffed animal.
Okay. Are they hard to come by?
Some. You can buy them at stores, but some are better than others.
Gotcha. Scarcity. Name of the game. Here's a 2-1. To Lucy Bro.
Metcalf just showing why, obviously, Harmony White, the ace, we've seen her majority of the time, but why she's not two.
Gets on top of that. The backhand play by Arias, second base for the third out. And we go to the final inning. Oklahoma leading 10-1, closing in on the regional championship game. Another warm day here in Waco, Texas, but you can see silver lining almost at the end of the day for Oklahoma and Louisiana. Great thing is both these teams get to hang around. Even the loser of this game gets to play another one tomorrow, and if they bounce back, will find its way into the championship game. Oklahoma looks like the team right now that's about to advance, and they will have tomorrow off if that is the case, with the championship game coming up on Wednesday. Top of the lineup for Oklahoma, the All-Stars from Tulsa National Little League. Briley Thomas leads off, looks at strike number 1 from Amelia Donnellan, who has tied up these Oklahoma batters as best as she can. A 6-run first inning was the difference in this game. 4 straight doubles. Those 4 doubles driving in 6 runs.
Thomas' hobby as weightlifting.
And sits back on that, but into the glove of the Invenue at shortstop.
Don't think whenever I was her age, I think I was just starting to get into weights, and the only thing I knew what was a dumbbell.
When did
I
you
don't
start?
even think I knew the word weightlifting.
When did you start taking strength training seriously?
Probably whenever after I committed to Oklahoma. I was like, okay, I see these girls on TV. I think I got to get a little bit stronger if I want to be on par with some of these hitters.
Well, Tatum Frisbee has the look of a player that we could be seeing play this game for a very, very long time. Her second year here in Waco, Texas. She shot up with a year of growth and has played fantastic defense at third base and waiting to get a hold of one. And when she does, it will be loud. Her dad, Nathan, a varsity baseball coach, also coaches the middle school softball team that Tatum is on. So she's in good hands around the game nonstop, essentially.
One of the cool things that he talked about is whenever he's coaching his baseball guys in practice, she's there, she's watching, she's just learning. She just soaks up the game.
That's a tough pitch by Donnellan, who's really been impressive in relief for this East Bank Little League All-Star squad.
She's only allowed 1 run since she's come in, and pitches like this are why she goes tight in on the hands of these righties with the curveball and then goes right back in there with a changeup. Being able to offset these hitters, keep them off balance. You can tell Oklahoma, they're just guessing right now.
First pitch strike to Riley Whited.
And that's about a 10-mile-an-hour difference. So as a hitter, you have to find yourself either sitting one or the other.
Pinky has reached safely 3 times, make it 4. Locked in. Couple singles, a double, she's drawn a walk. Lot of gummy worms.
Pinky said, I'll take another one, thank you.
I earned those gummy worms.
That was hard work. You know what, give me another.
Going back for seconds. Hanalela Arias, the batter. Manager's daughter. So controlled and stoic as she stands in the box. Favorite celebrity is Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia has a new album out, and I've been told it's a banger.
Haven't heard. I'll have to go listen.
You need to listen. I've actually been listening to it with my daughter.
There we go. Do you call yourself an Olivia Rodrigo fan? Do you have a song you like?
Is this like me putting you on the spot for T Swift the other day?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No idea.
Put it this way. If there was a concert at Olivia Rodrigo, it was a concert, yeah, I'd go. I'd take my daughter.
There we go.
I'd be singing along to the songs that I know. Throw from short. In time. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Trying to practice some Olivia Rodrigo karaoke. We've reached the 6th inning of our final game in day number 3 of the Little League Softball Southwest Region in Waco, Texas. With Nicole Mendez on Lower Galindo, and it's a 10-1 Oklahoma lead, closing in on an appearance for the 2nd straight year in the championship game. If they close this one out, they go to that championship game Wednesday, 12:45 local on ESPN. The loser of this game faces Texas West tomorrow, 4:30 local time, also on ESPN. And the winner of that will go to the championship. And just a warning, Texas West looked really, really good in their victory against Industrial Little League, Texas East, earlier today. You know, you're going to have to deal with the bat in the arm of Avery Cox. That is a heck of a play at shortstop by Helton, who has now shifted over from second to short. It's okay to smile. It's okay to smile and know you're good.
I would be smiling after a play like that. Takes her deep into the 5-6, goes down to get it, and so quick and so clean with that transfer. Able to shoot across and get the out for the leadoff.
Give Bella Hood.
She wanted to smile.
Bella Hood some props, too, with that stretch over there at
yeah.
first base. That was nice. Alvin Dia is the hitter. So we brought up Texas West. You know you're going to face Avery Cox. She's throwing 63, 65 miles per hour, according to her coaches. That is blazing for someone of this age, really any age. As Helton, no! The bare hand put that on Sports Center top 10. Come on, kid. Yeah, we're not worthy.
She's putting on a show out here. Defensive clinic takes a weird hop last minute. She's able to grab it with her bare hand, doesn't waste any time, and just takes that step and throws it across the diamond. She couldn't believe it.
That's a little dog over there at shortstop.
Back to back. Somebody get that girl a gummy worm.
Just run it over.
Call time and run over and give her a gummy worm.
That's not coaching. That's just being natural. I mean, there was no time to react to the spin of that ball. Just reach out the hand and make a play. Beautiful. McKinley Klein, the batter. Don't hit it to shortstop. Great coaching wisdom from the booth. But back to the matchup with Texas West. It's Avery Cox in the circle. She's been dominant, and the hottest bat that we have here in Waco with 3 home runs as well. That 13-player lineup really started to come to life in their win earlier today against Texas East as well. That's going to be a challenge for Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana has to know that this, no matter what happens, you have to scrap it and reset. It can be a bit of an energy drag playing in the second game with the sun, the heat, knowing that rest is going to be huge against facing somebody like Avery Cox.
In play, foul, great hands over there at third base by Scott O'Brien. Well done.
I know Texas West, they're itching to get back to face Oklahoma because they felt like they didn't have their game. They felt a little tight, a little nervous. I'll show them what they're made of.
And that does it for the second straight year. Oklahoma, the All-Stars from Tulsa National Little League, have a spot on the Southwest Region Championship game, meaning they are 1 win away from going to Greenville, North Carolina, and the Little League Softball World Series for the second straight year. As you mentioned, though, Nicole, still everything is out there for Louisiana. East Bank Little League, they just got to get some rest. They got to come back to the park tomorrow and be ready for an outstanding Texas West squad.
Yeah, we're going to see 2 good teams matching up, reset, like you mentioned. That's all you need to get back into this, because as long as you have an out to play in this regional, you still have a chance. So what we saw today, Oklahoma, very, very dominant. The bats came alive, and that's been the biggest improvement that we've seen from them from last year to this year. Still dominant in the circle, but the offensive numbers have made them a force to be reckoned with.
And this is awesome to see the girls coming together post-game for prayer and to be with each other, fellowship, and a game that is so competitive. It's that sense of community, not just with the girls that you know, but also making new friends and new memories here. And this could be a repeat. We could see Oklahoma and Louisiana again in the championship if Louisiana can bounce back. But you hit it. What we have not seen from Oklahoma since the start of last season when they were here. The bats looking like that. 7 doubles in this game. Crazy. Nicole Mendez, tremendous job. So much fun hanging out with you. Look forward with Amanda coming in tomorrow, but you nailed it, and it was a ball. Great job. Nicole Mendez, the best. I'm Lowell Galindo. Had fun hanging out with you. We'll see you tomorrow on ESPN for more Little League Softball.